My name is Mark. I'm about 30, and like a lot of folks from my hometown, I was always drawn to that old pedestrian bridge over the river. It's not much, just a rusty, half-lit footbridge that connects the main road to Maple Street, where I live. But there's something about it that feels off. I started crossing that bridge last year, right after I adopted Sky, my husky mix. She's shy around new people and cars, so evening walks on quieter routes quickly became our routine. One of the few low-traffic spots, especially after about 9 p.m., was the bridge. My shift at the warehouse ends around 8:30, so I'd pick up Sky around 9, and we'd head there. I'd always tell my sister Olivia that it's peaceful, but we both knew that wasn't entirely true. The bridge stands maybe 60 feet above the slow-moving river. It's narrow, just wide enough for two people to pass shoulder to shoulder. Wooden planks creak and sometimes even pop where the metal frame is warped. At one end, an old street lamp flickers intermittently. Once in a while, it'll blink out completely for a few seconds before sputtering back to life. The paint is peeling from the sides, some panels are rust-eaten, and there are always a couple of freshly broken boards. I replaced them once with plywood after a tip-off from a friend that someone got splinters. But screws loosened again, and I haven't gone back since. I like the risk, I told Olivia. It keeps me alert. Here's how it all began. The first few nights, nothing weird happened. Sky sniffed at every shadow. I called it getting in her explorer mood, and I loved the calm. Water shimmering under street lamps, distant car hums, wind brushing the railing. But after week 3, a small voice inside me whispered that something wasn't right. On the evening of November 12th, I remember because it was our 6-month anniversary, I took Sky for a normal walk. I clocked out a half hour early. I wanted fresh air. It was around 9:15 p.m., cool but not cold. I walked up to the bridge. Only 3 other people were out. A jogger at the far side, 2 kids skateboarding near Maple Street, but far enough we wouldn't bump into them. I stepped on the bridge. My foot hit the first plank with that hollow click-click that makes your chest tighten. Sky paused, ears up, staring at the dark gap where boards were missing. Beneath us, the river water lapped quietly, reflecting the flickering lamp. I called to her, and she followed, tail down, cautious. Halfway across, the doorbell tone inside my head sounded like something or someone was about to happen. And then I heard it. Tap, tap, tap. It wasn't wind. It wasn't Sky's nails. It was a rhythmic tapping, echoing under the bridge. Tap, tap, tap. Timed. In my chest, heart drummed. I stopped walking. Sky froze. The tap paused. I shined my flashlight at the gap. Nothing. I shone it under the sideboards. Nothing but twisted metal. River below. And our mirrored flashlight beam dancing over moss cream walls. I thought, probably a branch hitting the side. There had been wind overnight last week. But when I turned around, footsteps, barely audible, on the planks behind us, pacing in time with the tapping. 1, 2, 3, all in unison. My breath caught. I switched the flashlight off and called softly, "Sky, let's go." We turned and walked quickly. Every time we set a footstep, another one answered behind us. I walked faster. It sped up too. My breathing rattled. Sky tugged. I tugged her darker. We reached the Maple Street end. The tapping and echoing footsteps stopped just as we stepped off the last plank, in a flicker of silhouetted movement, but only for a second, at the rail's edge. A hand? A head? I couldn't be sure. I grabbed Sky, crossed behind her, away from the bridge, and I didn't look back until we hit the well-lit sidewalk by my house. That night, I lay awake until 2 a.m. Sky's ears twitched at every creak. I tried to rationalize old bridge noise, raccoons, stray dogs, but the synchronized footstep tap pattern had been too deliberate. Someone, maybe more than one, had been mirroring us. I did what any paranoid person would do. I posted online, a local forum for spooky stories. Maybe someone else had had something similar happen. I called it rhythmic footsteps and described the echo pattern, the mirroring. I said I'd catch them next time and gave my general location without naming the bridge. I didn't expect much, but the next morning I woke to 3 messages. That's not the bridge I think it is. That's the bridge. My buddy saw something last month. I heard noises there at 3 a.m., like someone walking under it, and saw a dump truck-sized shadow. Dude, get a camera or something. I went there 2 a.m. and swear I saw someone at the far end shining a phone flashlight back at me. My heart sank. Whoever or whatever was there wasn't harmless. They were waiting or watching. I spent the rest of the day researching old news articles, town hall chatter, police blotters. The bridge had 0 cameras. It wasn't privately owned, but city neglected it. The maintenance records ended 6 years ago, and someone told me they budgeted a sensor test, but no one ever followed through. No cops had set eyes on the bridge past 11 p.m. Nobody felt responsibility. People joked. People even dared each other. My sister, thoughtful as always, asked if I'd reconsidered my midnight walks. I said no, and lied. It's the only time sky can stretch, sis. That lie felt wrong, but I didn't want her calling me paranoid. I didn't want Olivia knowing how much I mentally circled that bridge. By week 6, I knew I was playing with fire, but I had a voice in my head. Just one night, just bring a camera. Prove I'm not crazy. I bought a cheap body cam kit online. Night vision, attachment clips, waterproof up to 30 feet. I tried it once in daylight, just clipped it to my jacket, walked across. It recorded okay. Then last Saturday, I tried it at midnight.